total surprise over at the grocery store. I know her.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know him. Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Welcome to a special edition of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host, JC, and our rare and unusual series will continue. And by the way, it's going to be an indefinite series because I was looking at how many guns I have that they no longer make are unique. I have a lot, so we're just going to keep going until I run out. So this is going to continue way into next year, and maybe beyond. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, our rare and unusual series continues, and today we're going to take the mystery out of a Cabela's exclusive. Gamo made this rifle specifically for Cabela's, and I bought it several years ago, tricked it out a little bit, and we're going to go over it. But before we get started on this, do me a favor, if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Doesn't cost you anything, it's absolutely free, but it really helps support the channel, and I would be very grateful for that. Also, check out my website when you have a chance, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I've got my Generation 2 bipods, which you can see are actually on this gun here. I've got hats, I've got t-shirts. I also have these new silhouette targets. I've only got a limited number. When they're gone, so check those out. And I'm putting a lot of inventory on my website, so I'm really trying to thin out my collection. And this one right here might end up on there. You never can tell. Anyway, let's get this out of the way. As I said, it's a Cabela's exclusive on as far as this goes. We'll get that out of the way so we can get right down into the rifle itself. Good looking rifle. It's a Gamo Whisper Turbo, which was exclusively designed for Cabela's. And what you have is, you'll notice you've got the yellow trigger. You got the yellow highlights as far as in the buttstock and on the bottom of the pistol grip. And it has the nice rubber inlays here, which are really cool. So this, if you don't know about the Gamo Whisper Turbo, this one was one of their first trademark guns as the quiet gun. This is really quiet. This has their Bull Whisper suppressor on it, and it works really, really good. This rifle also has open sights on it. It's got the fiber optic. It's got the red in the front here, and then it's got the green right here in the back. So you got open sights on it. The scope that's on it, this is not your typical Gamo scope. I upgraded it a little bit. It's not a very expensive scope, but I like the yellow because the yellow kind of highlighted with the trigger and the rest of it. So that worked out pretty good. Anyway, this one is in .22 caliber. This has the IGT gas piston, so this is not a spring piston, this is a gas piston. It does, as I touched on it, is the two-stage cat trigger, and this one is very exclusive in the fact it's in yellow. It's the only one that's in yellow. It's got an ambidextrous stock, which it's really nice, and it's got the raised cheek rest here, which is nice, so you can really adjust that for your personal liking. The gun itself is 43 inches overall. It's not overly heavy. I'd say without the scope and the accessories on it, it's probably right around 7 pounds or so. It's got an 18-inch barrel on it. Now, Gamo claims that this gets up to 975 feet per second with an alloy pellet, so we're going to test that. But I have to tell you right up front, the cocking effort on this thing, unreal. It's maybe 26, 28 pounds right there in the mid 20s as far as the cocking effort, so that's really nice. But overall, good looking gun. I did have to do some custom work on this where I put these rails on because of the padding here. These are actually set up pretty good, but what a stable shooting platform. And I told you before, I have plenty of these bipods. You guys are interested, just check out my website. But really good shooting platform. So we're going to go out and we're going to test this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it. So stay tuned for the next segment. All right, let's do a little chronograph test on our Cabela's specialty here, our rare and unusual. What we're going to do, it's performed really good with 2 pellets. The Barracuda greens, once again, are leading the charge as far as accuracy goes. These are a 13 grain pellet, and then we're going to come back. I'll show you how well it did with another pellet after we shoot this. So we're going to do 5 shots. We'll just kind of average it out, and we'll see where we're at. Okay. The cocking effort on this, maybe 26, 27 pounds. It's like one of the easiest cocking efforts. Seriously, it's unbelievable. All right, so shot number 1. 754. Shot number 2. $7.59. Shot number 3. $7.77. Shot number 4. $7.80. Believe it or not, I don't have a whole lot of rounds of this gun. I bought it years ago and it's been setting for most of the time. Alright, one more. $7.73. So you can see in the higher 70s there, that's kind of where it kind of settled out. So not bad, especially with something that's, I'm telling you, somewhere between 26 and 28 pound cocking effort. Okay, another pellet that did really well is these super hollow points. These are a 14.2 grain, and we averaged 735 feet per second, which gave us 17 foot-pounds of energy. So for a mid-range gun, not bad at all. And again, I just can't emphasize how easy it is to cock. So let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's test out our Whisper Turbo here, our Cabela Special, for some accuracy. What we're going to use, obviously, to shoot at is the splatterburst targets. I really like these because they really show our impact point. As you guys know, I covered these in the Chrono, but the two best pellets on this were the RWS Super Hollow Points and the Barracuda Greens. I think what we'll do is we'll use the hollow points here for the accuracy test, and then when we go do our plinking, we'll do the greens at that point. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 5 shots. We'll see how well it groups. We're our usual 20 yards back. This is our standard break barrel distance. Go ahead and check that out real quick. There you go. Anyway, so like again, I said we're going to do 5 shots. Don't worry about if it hits dead center because the key is grouping on this. And as you guys know, as I mentioned, this has an upgraded scope on it, so I got a really good sight picture. So let's knock out our 5 shots and just see how well we do. Now these are pretty doggone easy to cock. I'm going to guess this is right around a 30-pound cocking effort. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, shot number 1. Gotta like that. I have no complaints so far. Okay. Shot number 2. Whoa. Shot number 3. Shot number 4. And one more for shot number 5. Okay, I like the group. I have no complaints here whatsoever. No complaints on that group. Gotta like it. In fact, it's almost like when we were kids and you're shooting out the red star. I think we took the whole red portion out of the center of that target. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. Let's do a little trigger test, see the pull weight on our Cabela Special here. I did install my trigger screw, which you guys, those are available on my website. It will be the best $10 you have ever spent on a Gamo rifle, I'm telling you. And it's good for the cat and the sat triggers. So what we have is a cat trigger here. This one happens to be yellow, which is totally customized. But let's see what we got this one set at. All right. Okay, 1 pound, 9.1 ounces. 1 pound, 9.1 ounces. I'm telling you, that is the best $10 you will ever spend. I can't emphasize it enough. It makes these triggers just feel like absolutely like a match trigger. Best $10 you'll ever spend. Anyway, that's where we're at. So you see, well under 2 pounds. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's do a little plinking with our turbo here. You know, I was going to use the Barracuda greens, but it is so windy right now. I think in all fairness to this rifle, we got to go with a little heavier pellet. So we're going to go back to the RWS, the 14.2 grains. I've shot 18 grains in this. It doesn't do too bad with those either. But we're just going to try the 14 grain, see how we do. We're usual plinking distance, which is 40 yards. Go ahead and check that out really quick. You can see we got a big ram there. We got some pellet tins. We got like a little Crown Royal cap of some sort, and then a couple of little eggs. So we're going to see if we can knock those down. We'll start on the left side. We'll work our way to the right side and see how well we do. All right. Like I said, it's a little windy. I'm not making excuses right now, but if I have a miss, part of it may be from that from the wind. But let's just see how well we do. All right. Let's start with the big ram there and go from there. All right. Oh, I gotta like it. Didn't quite fall off the shelf, but it did tip over. And let's see, that first pellet tin. Gotta like it. And the second one. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can hit that little Crown Royal cap there. Oh yeah. And our steel eggs. Oh yeah. And one more. One more egg. Oh yeah. There you go. Not too shabby, that's what I say. Good for plinking. I mean, let's face it, we're gonna not win an accuracy contest, a competition with this, but I'm telling you, this is a good little hunter, lightweight, moving around. Anyway, let's go wrap this up with our conclusion. Let's wrap this up with our conclusion. That was a lot of fun, actually. I think the rifle did great. It really did. And remember, this is exclusive. This was exclusive to Cabela, so it's kind of it's actually really rare if you think about it. Like I said, it's the only cat trigger that you're going to find that's yellow. And yes, we did put my trigger screw kit in it, and that's why that trigger is so amazing. And like I said, many times you're going to hear me repeating, best $10 you will ever spend on a Gamo rifle that has a cat or sat trigger, because you will literally turn this trigger into a match style trigger. Really, you really will. But anyway, I really like the yellow on this, the contrast, just because it does make it so unique. Definitely good looking as far as that goes. The stock is really comfortable. I like the way it's set up. I do like the pistol grip. It's good size. It's not a teeny little grip. So if you got a large hand, it's going to fit you just nicely. But what makes this gun so much fun to shoot is the cocking effort. There's just nothing to it. I mean, I'm telling you, Lucy can cock this one and shoot it. So that's what kind of makes it really nice. And what really kind of is the tip of the iceberg is how quiet it is. So it makes it extremely backyard friendly, which is great. And what do we get out of it? We got about 17 foot-pounds of energy, which is not bad for your mid-grade brake barrel. It's not a Magnum brake barrel by any effort, and the cocking effort explains that, that's for sure. Our accuracy was good. We got right around that ½ inch, just right around the ½ inch, maybe just slightly under at the 20 yards. So the accuracy is good. You're not going to win some type of accuracy competition with it, but it's going to be perfect for plinking. It's going to be good for small game, a little pest control. It'll be great. And then you can shoot it all day, like I said, without even breaking a sweat. So overall, I actually really like the gun. I do. And it's not too heavy. That's another thing. It's nice. If you want to take this into the field, like I said, and do a little light, do some small game hunting, it would be perfect for that. So overall, I really like the gun. And how would I rate this? It's kind of, as I said before, it's really kind of unfair, I should say, to rate some of these guns that they no longer make or manufacture. But this one, I would probably put it right around that 4.5 stars, 4.5 stars. Because it's not the most powerful, but it's not bad either. So yeah, 4.5 stars is probably a fair rating for it. But I really like it. Well, so this is definitely a rare and or unusual air gun. And the fact that it's no longer manufactured and it was exclusive for Cabela. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives. Remember what I was saying, the rare and exclusive, we're going to do one a month, and it's going to be indefinite because I have a lot of guns that are rare and unusual. So we're just going to keep it going as long as we can. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. So until next time, I hope you and your families are doing well. You're getting lots of shooting in. So take care, and God bless.